A big hello and thanks for joining us for a special edition of Pop Star Plus. I'm Joe Fryer filling in for Carson. Today on the show, we're taking a moment to indulge in the past and revisit our favorite nostalgic summer movies. We're going to take a look at why we feel the way we do when we watch those older summer flicks. And you're killing me, Smalls. Today, contributor Donna Farazin spoke to the cast of a movie that defines the season, The Sandlot. We found out why it still resonates today. And to close out our special show, we've got our friend Chris Witherspoon, founder and CEO of Pop Viewers. He's counting down the most nostalgic summer movie scenes of all time. Stay with us for all of that. It'll be great. To kick things off, here's a deep dive into how watching nostalgic films makes us feel, especially during the heat of summer.
Summer in itself is a great example of a trigger for nostalgia because it connotes many of the attributes that accompany nostalgia, such as longing for the carefreeness, the leisure of childhood. But when you watch something like a movie that's set at summer camp, you've got so many stimuli there that are reminding us that in our hectic, busy lives, should we not occasionally take a break?
So, either of you by any chance know how to play poker? Yeah, never played it before.
Roosevelt, how's that lanyard coming?
Horrible.
Film is a really good example of a medium that has all of the triggers for different kinds of sensory experiences, visual, auditory, such as the music in a film. And so you have all these varieties of sensory stimuli that help you to mentally transport yourself in two ways, by the way. One, when you're just remembering the past, you're transporting yourself back to that time. An interesting finding recently showed that when people just reminisce nostalgically, they even feel a little more healthy and vibrant, and they have more vitality. Why? Because when you transport yourself back, you're feeling a little bit of the feelings you felt when you were younger. Nostalgic films, especially for looking back to your beloved favorite childhood movies, those were a source of great comfort.
Shut up! You're killing me, Smalls. Dear Darla, I hate your stinking guts.
Their time! Up there! Down here, it's our time! It's our time down here!
In fact, in film, for example, we believe from the research data that there are characters in movies that serve as surrogates for us. So when you watch a film that you loved in the past, not only are you remembering when you watched it, with whom did you watch it, the conversations you had at the time, maybe you went out to the movies with friends or what have you. But in addition to that, as you watch characters in films play out their own problems and resolve them through this vicarious resolution, you feel that hope and optimism, which is a lot like the happy ending of many stories that we've seen throughout our lives, right? If you wanted to log them according to seasons of the year, for instance, summer is a great time. And what operates as a nostalgic film, it could be something like Star Wars, Episode 1, for a generation who saw that for the first time, either as children, teenagers, or young adults. And to some extent, it's transporting them not just to the film and the enjoyment of the film, but also it gives someone the ability to reflect upon what did it mean to me when I saw that as a kid, and now what would I think of it now? So sometimes when we rewatch an old film, we're comparing our understanding as full-fledged adults, or our understanding now that we've lived through so much, with what we thought when we first saw it. Also, for the elderly today, they might think back to the great summer films that were beach movies. You know, the parties on the beach and playing volleyball on the beach. When you think about transportation mentally through a film, now you have added onto it that you might transport yourself to somebody else's past or to somebody else's experience, not necessarily your own. So fiction can be enjoyed and benefited from, even in terms of nostalgia. For instance, a lot of nostalgic films incorporate within the plot or within the character lines characters remembering back to their past.
I can still recall our last summer. I still see it all. Walks along the Seine, laughing in the rain.
I was the last one to move away, but when I did, the Sandlot was still there.
And then when you watch that, then that prompts you to sort of mentally transport yourself with that character back to their past as well. So it's very rich. Film is a very rich medium.
Our thanks to Professor Krystine Batcho for sharing all of her findings and insights with us, a little better understanding of why those films make us feel so good.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.